You try your best, but it's not quite there. You try your best, but it's not quite there.
How's it going, guys? I've got something a little different for you today. It's a narrated Pokemon battle. I've been wanting to do these for a long time, but I never had the patience to go on Smogon just to go get a game. So, I'm doing them on Pokemon Online, and I hope it has close to the same quality as a Wi-Fi battle would, but with no further ado, let's just get into it. This is against a guy named GreatDragon Bleu, and I'm using a Trick Room team, so let's get started. I see that he has a Bronzong, so I lead with Chandelure, but he has Slowking, so I try and sub on it, thinking it won't want to take a Shadow Ball, but he just surfs it away. So I decided to go to Shadow Ball right now as he switches into Zapdos, which doesn't take the Shadow Ball very well at all. He just takes 70% damage, but I know it's going to outspeed me next turn, so I have to switch out now. I go into Snorlax, which is specially defensive, and it takes that Thunderbolt wonderfully. I decide to curse because I think he's going to switch out knowing he can't do anything to me, but he subs. And I'm thinking, you know what, that's not going to be a problem because Snorlax isn't going to take any special hits, like, terribly at all. So he roosts here while I take out his sub with a return. And right here, we have a lot of lefties, but he goes for a T-Bolt and it does nothing, and I just take out a lot of his health with return. And I guess he just decides to sack his Zapdos, thinking nothing else wants to take a return. I don't know why I didn't go to Bronzong right here, because I just take out his Zapdos. But now he goes into his Virizion, and I'm thinking with +1 defense I can take that, but no, that's banded Virizion. It's choice. So, since I don't see Life Orb, I know it's choice, so I go into Chandelure, which is immune to Sacred Sword, and I sub on the switch. This was a really stupid play of me, because I totally forget that Cinccino does its Rock Blasting, so it takes out my sub with 2, and then takes me out with the other 2. So I go into Bronzong here, because Bronzong takes physical hits like a monster. And I'm going to set up my first Trick Room, because surprisingly I haven't had a Trick Room until now. But I Earthquake the Slowking, and I forget again that Slowking gets Flamethrower. So I end up having to explode earlier than I wanted to, but thankfully I take out the Slowking as well. So it's a double down. I go into my, what do I go into? I go into my Rampardos, and it was stupid because I gave him that Trick Room, and now Bronzong's going to outspeed me and go for Earthquake. I try to Fire Punch it, and I'm thinking with Rampardos' massive attack, I would be able to take it out, but I can't. So he's going to take me out with a second Earthquake. Sorry. Rampardos is actually really good in Trick Room, but I just didn't use it very well. So I go into P2 to Revenge Kill it since Trick Room is out, and it lives the Thunderbolt and just Zen Headbutts, but Zen Headbutt doesn't do anything because Bronzong only has 89 attack and P2 with Violite. He goes into Virizion, and I don't want to take a Sacred Sword, so I go into my physically defensive Slowbro, which resists it, so it takes it pretty well, but you can tell that's banded. He's going to switch out because he's locked into Sacred Sword, and I'm going to set up the Trick Room again. And I'm going to try and Scald this Cinccino and burn it so it can't hurt me too bad with Bullet Seed, but it doesn't burn, and he almost takes me out with Bullet Seed right here. You're going to see just how close I am with that critical hit. But since I lived, I'm going to be able to take him out with another Bullet Seed, or another Scald, sorry, he's the one Bullet Seeding. But in comes Virizion again, and it's going to Leaf Blade, I know it is, and so I get some damage with Psychic, but not enough to take it out, because Virizion is very naturally bulky. But since he's locked in the Leaf Blade, I can bring in P2 and go for an Ice Beam. Rhyperior comes in, and I get the freeze right here, but it doesn't matter because he thaws first turn. So I Trick Room, knowing that Rhyperior can't really do anything to me. So, now I'm able to outspeed both Rhyperior and Virizion with Ice Beam. Take out the Rhyperior with an Ice Beam. Virizion comes in, and Trick Room allows me to outspeed it and Ice Beam it for the win. So, that's the end of the battle, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that this will be the first of many Pokemon battles. And, I might not be very good at it right now, but I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed anyways. Thanks for watching.